Hi everyone, welcome to our live lesson. I hope you're ready to study some English. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna make my screen a little bit bigger so I can see you guys. Okay. Ooh. Are you guys ready to study some English today? Yay! Okay, so what day is it today? Today is Tuesday. So we had one lesson yesterday on Facebook and we had one yesterday on YouTube. So if you haven't seen those lessons yet, I recommend going to watch them. I wonder if I can share the link in here. Let's try. Hold on one second. Oh, hello. Hello, Abdullah. Hello, Khaliva. Hello, Jail. Hello, Arif. Amit. Hello, hello. Hello from Mars. It's really nice to see all the familiar faces. I'm getting to know everybody. Okay, let me see if I can send you guys the link to the last lesson, just in case you haven't seen it yet. Oh, wow, my computer is so slow. Okay, so, oh my gosh. Can you hear me typing? Okay, so, yes, this is the one. Oh, I hope it doesn't make any noise. Okay, I'm going to share the link with you guys. Copy. Okay, now we can start. So I'm sending the link to the last lesson on Facebook. There you go. There you have it. Okay, so if you haven't seen it yet, you can watch that after this one or during this one if you like. Anytime is okay. So today's lesson is going to be about two prepositions that I see a lot of students getting confused which one to use, okay? Oh, hello, Meme from Bangladesh. Hello, hello. How is everybody? Okay, so let's see. I'm going to get, where's my trusty marker? I got it. Okay, so today we're going to learn the difference in by and with. By and with. So I see a lot of my students getting these two kind of mixed up or confused because they're very easy to confuse, I think. We use them in a similar way, but there are some nuances that native speakers don't even think about. But I think people who are learning English, they think about it a lot because they don't really understand which to use, right? So we're going to clear up any questions you may have about by and with, okay? Very good. So, hello, good morning, good morning. Hello from Myanmar, hello. How is everybody today? I hope you're all having a wonderful Tuesday. Okay, so really quick, by and with. So we use both of these to talk about how we do something, right? So how do you study? Okay, how do you write? So if you want to answer those questions or you want to explain how you do something, you're going to have to use one of these, right? So for example, how did I write this? Well, I wrote it with my marker. I wrote it with my marker. Okay. For example, by. How do you go to school? Well, I go by train, for example. So you can see these are very similar, but I'm going to give you some tips on which one to use, okay? So we'll just get right into it. I have my big board. Oops, I dropped another marker. Okay. So, can you see this? Okay. So we're getting into the juicy part now. Okay. Oh, hello everybody. Hello from Madagascar. Hi. Okay. So let's see. When we use by, we're going to use a verb plus ing. Verb plus ing when we're talking about how we do something, right? verb plus ing. Then we can also use by with some nouns. And just to preface this lesson, I'm going to give you the basics. These are the basics, okay? There are many rules in English, but remember, there are many exceptions to the rules, okay? So even though I'm teaching you this, you might find that sometimes we use by and with a little bit differently. Don't worry. So this is going to be the basics, but there are some exceptions to the rules, okay? So just keep that in mind while we're studying. Oh, very good. Very good, Orlando. Okay. So verb plus ing and some nouns. And you can see here we use usually communication or transportation are the nouns we're going to use with by. And then with we're going to use nouns, and they're going to be tools. And what do I mean by tools? Well, I said, how did I write this whiteboard up? Well, I wrote it with my marker. So my marker is the tool that I used to do something. Okay? So remember, by, verb plus ing, and some nouns, especially communication and transportation. Okay? With is going to be nouns like tools. All right. Oh, Anna, very good. Jello, very good. Hello, hello. Okay. Oh, joining from Timor-Leste. Wow. Okay, so let's go over number 1 together. Okay, number 1. I study English watching your videos. I study English watching your videos. The answer to number 1 is, oh, very good. I see a lot of correct answers. Jalil, Anna, very good. Oh, Hashin, nice one. You're on number 2 already. Very good. Okay, so the correct answer is I study English by watching your videos. This is a sentence that I get a lot. So when my students tell me they study by watching my videos, some students say, I study with watching your videos. That is not correct. Some students say, I study English by watch your videos. And that is also not correct. Remember, we need that ing at the end of the verb, okay? I study English by watching your videos. Okay. Now we're going to go to number 2. I write a pen. I write a pen. Okay, so I see a bunch of different answers for number 2, and this is a tricky one. Okay, it looks very simple, right? But actually, it is quite tricky. So here, I write a pen. So we have a pen. So the correct answer for number 2 is I write with a pen. I write with a pen. I write with a pen. So this is a noun, and it's a tool. The pen is our tool, how we wrote something. You can say, I write by pen. I write by pen. I write by pen. But if you use by, you cannot include a. So that is a tricky part. When you use by, do not use an article, okay? So we don't say, I drove by a car, right? If you want to say you were driving a car, you would say, I drove by car. I came here by car. So with by, you don't want to use an article, okay? Oh, okay, so there is a good question here. What if we use while in place of by in the first sentence? So if you say, I study English while watching your videos, that is understandable. I study English while watching your videos. It has the nuance that you are studying and at the same time watching my videos. So if you say I'm studying English by watching your videos, how are you studying? I'm studying by watching your videos. So while means at the same time, not necessarily how you are studying. Okay, I hope that clears that up. Very good question. Okay, so number 3, she walks a cane. She walks a cane. Okay, so we have an article here, and this is a noun. And if you don't know what a cane is like a stick that usually an elderly person uses in order to walk. Okay, so I would consider a cane to be a tool. How does she walk? She walks. Oh, very good, very good. I see a lot of correct answers. Oh, hello from Bangladesh. So Mohammed said with, Robin said with, Baisil said with, Robin said by, Orlando said with, Anna said with. Okay, so she walks with a cane. She walks with a cane. A cane is a tool in order to walk. So a tool, right? And we have an article, so we know we have to use with, okay? Very good, very good. All right, how about number 4? He commutes an hour train. He commutes hour by train. Okay, oh, I see a bunch of with still, okay. Let's see, are we on, oh, I see Orlando said number 4 is by. I see a lot of withs. So I'm not sure. Oh, now we're on number 4. Okay, Anna said by. Arf said by. Sigit. M.A. Hashim. Okay. Very good. Okay. He commutes an hour by train. He commutes an hour by train. So train is a noun. Train is a noun. But up here, some nouns we can use with by. So especially communication and transportation. Transportation. So train is transportation, right? And if you notice, he commutes an hour by train. We do not put an article here. We do not say he commutes an hour by a train. Okay? By train. Very good. Okay. Number 5. They clean the windows. Some rags. Oops, it's supposed to say rags here. I erased it with my finger. Okay. They clean the windows. Some rags. Okay. Some rags. So, which one do you think is correct? By or with? They clean the windows by some rags. They clean the windows with some rags. Which one? Okay. Oh, Anna said with. Ramos said with. Ismail said by. Yatin said with. De Silvia said with. Okay, very good. So the correct answer is with. With. Very good. They clean the windows with some rags. How do they clean the windows? They clean the windows with some rags. Very good. Okay, so rags is going to be the tools that they're using. How are they using it? They're using a rag to clean the windows. And number 6, very good. I practice my pronunciation repeating after my teacher. It's supposed to say after. And we have repeating, big hint. I practice my pronunciation repeating after my teacher. Okay. Oh, Anna said bye. Mio said bye. De Silvia said bye. Okay, looks like you all have it. Very good. I practice my pronunciation by repeating after my teacher. Very good. I practice my pronunciation by repeating after my teacher. Very good. This is a verb with ing. Okay, so I'm going to read them again really quick, and then maybe we can make some sentences together, okay? So remember, by, verb plus ing, some nouns, especially communication and transportation. Don't forget that. With is noun, usually like tools or instruments, okay? Number 1, I study English by watching your videos. Number 2, I write with a pen. Number 3, she walks with a cane. Number 4, he commutes an hour by train. Number 5, they clean the windows with some rags. Number 6, I practice my pronunciation by repeating after my teacher. Very good, very good. Okay, so let's see. Let's try to make some sentences, and then I can help you by correcting if you make a mistake. So let's ask each other how we do things. For example, how do you study English? How do you go to work? How do you go to school? Let's use these questions. We can ask each other some questions, and we can make some sentences. So for example, let's see. Let's do the question. Oh, okay. Anna has a good sentence. I learn awesome English lessons, oh, thank you, by watching my teacher's live streams with my iPad every day. Very good. With my iPad. Very nice. Good sentence. Okay, let's see. Okay, so by drinking coffee, I am watching your video. So this sentence, I would say, while, I think you had the while question earlier. While drinking coffee, I am watching your video. So while means at the same time. While drinking coffee, I'm watching your video. If you say by drinking coffee, by is the answer to how. So for example, I'm watching your video. I am watching your video. I am studying by watching your video. Okay? Or I'm watching your video with my computer. All right? I hope that's understandable. Very good. Let's see. Ooh, okay. I go to school by bike. Very good. I go to school by bike. Excellent. How do you go to school? I go to school by bike. That is the tool that I use to go to school. Very good. Okay. We have another good one. I go to work by bus. Very good. I learn Italian by myself. Oh, by myself. Yes, very good. How do you study Italian? Well, I learn by myself. Very good. Okay. Very nice. Okay. Let's see. I really want to learn Italian as well. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So, oh, this is a good one. I increase my vocabularies by reading newspaper. Excellent. So, here I just want to point out that vocabulary, we can leave it as vocabulary, because vocabulary already means a bunch of words. So I increase my vocabulary by reading, for example, newspapers, or by reading a newspaper. Very good example. Okay. Most of the time, I learn English by reading some books. Very good. Most of the time, I learn English by reading some books. Very good. Okay. Oh, okay. So Emmanuel says, by bike is wrong, I think. On bike is correct. Please clarify if I'm wrong. Okay. So it's a very good question. If you say, I go by bike, that is a correct sentence. However, a lot of Americans, and I'm not sure about other countries' people, but we often say like on my bike. So I came on my bike. So on my bike is also correct. Both are correct. I think by bike is more correct grammar, more formal. And then on my bike is more casual, like we say in daily conversation. But both are correct. Very good to point that out, Emmanuel. Okay. Ooh. So Love Sang said, I am going to school by horse. Oh my gosh, are you really? I wonder if that's a true sentence, because that's very interesting. Okay, so I think I'll do about 2 more sentences. Oh, okay. Oops. I improve my English by watching news. Very good. You can say, I improve my English by watching the news. The news. Very good. Okay. And then I think there was a question. Yes. What is the difference between by watching and watching without by? So very good question. So if, for example, the first sentence I have here, I study English by watching your videos. So the question would be, how do you study English? How do you study English? The answer is, I study English by watching your videos. So this is the way or how I am studying. If you leave out by, I study English watching your videos. I study English watching your videos. I study English watching your videos. I think sometimes native speakers might talk like this. I study English watching your videos. I would include by. This is going to be the best sentence, okay? I study English by watching your videos. Or I get the news by watching TV, okay? That's going to make the most sense, and that's going to be the clearest sentence, okay? So if you don't have by, it's a little bit hard to understand what you're trying to say. Okay, very good. Okay. Good questions. Good questions. And let's see, is there one more? Oh, this is a good one. I can lose weight by doing exercise. Yes, very good. I can lose weight by doing exercise. You could also say, I can lose weight by exercising. I can lose weight with exercise. Okay, very good. All right. So thank you everyone for watching this lesson. I'm going to post a link again to my last lesson, which was on YouTube. So here's the link. I think that it's sending. Okay, there's the link. So if you want to watch more lessons, I have some lessons that are only on YouTube. Okay, so if you want to see those, go to the YouTube channel and watch them there. The next lesson will be tomorrow, I think around the same time as today. Okay, so if you're around, please come and join the lesson. Anna said, prepositions are the most confusing in English. Yes, I think it's because we have so many rules and then we have so many exceptions to the rules. That's why it's really confusing. But hopefully I can make it understandable for you guys and easier for you to understand. Okay, very good. Oh, I will. Okay, so I'll do this one. I will trying to learning English by watch your video. How is this sentence? So this sentence is a little bit grammatically incorrect. So I will trying. So we don't say I will trying. We will say I will try to learn. So if we have a to learn, we're going to use the infinitive. I will try to learn English by, if we use by, we need verb plus ing. By watching your video, okay? I will try to learn English by watching your video, okay? Then that sentence will be correct. Very good. Okay. So thank you everybody for watching. If you can, go watch yesterday's lesson on YouTube or on the Facebook page, okay? So thank you guys so much for watching, and if you can share this video with your friends who are also learning English, I really appreciate it. Okay, so I will see you guys tomorrow for our next lesson. Take care and see you tomorrow.